a little bit early, but a bit late. Usually do these at 10. Had this one scheduled for 10:30, but here I am on time-ish, sort of, kind of. Or I'm late, I don't know. You pick. Just got back from watching Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun. Yeah. So, just literally came in the door like a few minutes ago. Had to run to the store real quick. And say goodnight to my beautiful lady Sylvia. But I am here now with all of you to talk about Strange New Worlds. Season 1, Episode 4. Memory Mori, whatever the fuck it's called. Don't really care. Precious, you coming? Come on. Lay down. So, how is everyone? Are you well? I sure hope you're well. It would be awesome if you were well. And if you're not well, I'm sorry to hear that. So Memory Mori, whatever the fuck it's called. Don't know, don't care. But I'm here. So, this episode was good. It was not one of the best, though. It's still, I think it ranks number 3 for my favorites out of this season so far. So, still get a very high score. It's still a very, very good episode, but it is not the best episode, like a lot of people are saying, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. But thank you guys for joining me, and we'll get into it right away here. Oh, look at that. Super chat start flooding in. Ozzy, $2. Please show the shuttlecraft shuttle bay. Well, there was no shuttle bay. That was a cargo bay. That was on like the lower scoop out from the great boat back there on this one. But yeah. BJ Chiron, member for 20 months at the rank of commander. How was Top Gun? Top Gun was good. I call it Ace Combat the movie, though. If you've ever played Ace Combat, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Balance of Terror vibes, yes. And Mutar Nebula, Star Trek 2 for sure. Yes, absolutely. Fleetpaw, light years ahead of the last episode, but still not quite as good as episodes 1 or 2. Do you feel that way too, Fleetpaw? Is that actually your real opinion, or are you just kissing my ass? Jonathan Erdman, $5. Greetings, Cap. Good episode. They continue to knock it out. Ortigas is great. Ortigas is great. I wasn't very impressed with Hemmer this episode. Number 1 was a complete fucking write-off. Like, we don't know what to do with her. Let's just injure her. Blah. Yes. Uhura was great this episode too. The Gorn, I mean, we didn't see a Gorn, so that's cool. But the Gorn ship's not a fan. Not a fan, gotta say. Might have an episode coming out about that. You know we will. Come on now. Aaron Waltke. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Aaron Waltke, sir? I salute you, sir. Puts in $1, so thank you so much. But it's good to see you. I would dare say that there are episodes of Star Trek Prodigy that are much better than this episode. Let's put it that way. Why would I say that? I don't know. Just because. Look, I got my... Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Love this thing. It's like almost like an animated series phaser. I love it. I was going through some stuff, found it, and thought I'd take it out. And I don't play with my toys. You shut up. You play with your toys. I definitely liked it, but again, a couple things that bugged me. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ryan. Fleetpaw, $2. I would kiss your ass, but I'd kiss Chapels. Oh, I wouldn't kiss your ass. But I'd kiss Chapels. Wow. Would you French kiss? Mark Knox. Today's episode felt like a mashup of Disaster from TNG and Starship Down from DS9. Felt derivative and not great, in my opinion. I'm kind of there with you. I wouldn't say it's not great. Like, I love a lot of the visuals. I love the tactical displays. I love a lot of that stuff. And for somebody that likes ship-based stuff, you think I'd like it more, but I'm kind of on it. So we'll see you need to check out our review tomorrow and our live tomorrow afternoon to see where we rank it. But yeah, Smart Smears, I do think that I wouldn't really call Strange Worlds the clear best new Trek show like some say. It's the best live action though. Yes, yes. Grant McGregor, $5. When you're super tired but stayed up to watch it, and you think the Gorn are the Breen, then have a double take in the morning on the Cap ship. Best episode to date. My favorite by far, 10 out of 10. I'm hearing that a lot from people, NZ Fade. I'm not there with you, though. I'm not there with you. Matt Boardman is messaging me. He can't make it to this live, but he's messaging me because he wants to find out what I thought about Top Gun 2. Which I'll do a reaction about that maybe tomorrow night, maybe on the weekend. I don't know. But I am back from that. I've waited a long time for that, and I'm going to say I'm not disappointed. Captain Casey Stewart. Sorry, I disagree. I really like Prodigy, but I think all 4 episodes of Strange New Worlds are better. Okay, well, you disagree with me? Well, I disagree with you, sir. So there you go. Prodigy's great, and so is Strange New Worlds. I'm not saying Strange New Worlds is bad by saying that, by any stretch of the imagination. Strange New Worlds is fucking great compared to a lot of other stuff, so let's just leave it at that. A-Check, how's it going? Grant McGregor, $5. The small green ships were ASS, another spinning ship. Yeah, well, then they're not Breen ships, they're Gorn ships. But yeah, the fucking is annoying. It's annoying as hell. Stop it. For love of God, stop it. Especially from creatures that are like, hey, listen, Captain. We should be friends. Tell me something that moves like that is like in the ship, pushing buttons, controls that fast. No. No. Andre, really? What you thought was wrong with this, if I may ask? I thought it was a cross of TNG episode Disaster and Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan. I thought there was some balance of terror in there as well. The number 1 story didn't need to be there. Slowed the pace down. Was totally unimportant. Didn't go anywhere and didn't do anything. Could have been totally deleted from the episode. The Hemmer and Uhura thing, in my opinion, hurt Hemmer's character a little bit. Not just because he broke his hand, but just because he just didn't... It wasn't what I was... I haven't seen what I've been expecting from Hemmer yet. So it might have been just my personal disappointment with that. But again, that story also kind of killed the momentum a little bit for me. What else? There's lots of little things that bugged us. We did a review already, which you guys will see tomorrow. I'd say check that out for those because, there's a lot of little points. They might come up as we talk here, but I can't name them off the top of my head because they're not really that important. That's the thing. This is good, well-written Star Trek, well-acted Star Trek. So the things that we find annoying, the small things, are just that. They're small things. So it's not a big deal, right? So keep that in mind. I love this episode, but could they please fix the friggin' rank stripes? No fixed rank stripes for you. Like the smaller Gorn, the large was kind of a mess. Yeah, the small ones, again, as I said in our review and our video on the ships, FASA, Starfleet Battles, and Starfleet Command Volume 2 all did the Gorn ships better. I'm not a fan of this now canon Gorn ship. Even the remastered TOS did the Gorn ship better. But hey, what do I know? Just going to say, Lon recognized them, which means they're at least 20 years old because she was a kid. So they're older Gorn ships. So by the time TOS rolls around and we get the remastered Arena, the one you see in that is one of their newer designs, possibly. I'll buy that. I'll buy that for $1. That looks so damn good. I am really remarkably ruggedly handsome, aren't I? Remarkably good looking. Seemed like Pike guessing the ship would hold, but unreasonable, LOL. You would think that they would be able to establish the ship's limitations. Trek or not, the reason he said I have faith in the ship is because I'm on the ship and I can't die because I have a fate. I'm gonna make it to that thing. So no matter what happens, I'll be fine. Which means the ship won't be totally destroyed. Sure, the secondary hull might get crushed and we'll have to saucer separate, but the saucer will be fine because he's on the ship. Join the 8 out of 10 crew. Resistance is futile. It's going to be close to 8 out of 10 for me when we do the scoring, but we'll have to see. The Starfleet Remembrance Day was a little weird, and although I understand where they were going with it, but it was not needed. They were on multiple ships. They were multiple pins. I wondered that. Nobody was wearing multiple pins. They only had one. So yes, I thought that was odd as well. Sorry, but Lon is already not my favorite character. This made her remarkably more dislikable this whole episode. I'm not wearing a pin. I don't need to talk to a therapist. I hate that bitch attitude. I'm sorry. Strong woman, I get it. I'm married to fucking Admiral Sylvia. She is a super strong woman. I have no problem with strong women. I have a problem with bitches. And unfortunately, she's coming across like that to me. She kind of made up for it in the second episode. And, even the third episode was kind of like, okay, you're going to go and destroy the ship, but that's cool. You're infected. It's fine. But this episode, she just made her really unlikable again. So, but that's my opinion. A lot of people like Lon, and that's cool. Like I said, I went into it expecting not to like her. I started to like her. She got better. And then this episode just plummeted her back down for me. So she's just Kamina Drummer or Draper, whatever the fuck her name is from Expanse. And I couldn't stand that character till like the last season. So yeah. Thought the Gorn ship was transforming at first, but it imploded. That implosion was cool, man. Top Gorn, that's funny. In TOS, the Gorn ran from the Enterprise. It seemed to have a combat range. Disco, and now Stranger World Starfleet is always getting his ass kicked. Yeah, the Enterprise is always getting pew-pewed these days. Is it just me, or are there really a lot of spinning ships in New Trek? I do like that the ships were asymmetrical and organic looking. I felt it fit with them, but the look still feels derivative. They could have gone with an organic look and been similar to the Gorn ships that we see in Starfleet Command Volume 2. They were kind of similar color-wise and with the green elements, but the shapes were too much for me. So, Lon figures out how they're under attacked by the Gorn. Also, Lon stops in the middle of the space bridge to gawk at the approaching Gorn ship. Andre says, I got you. I kind of agree with your number one part. Look forward to the review tomorrow. Thank you. You don't have to agree with me. We call it like we see it and just our opinion. So if you disagree, that's fine. And you're not going to always agree with us. Verpine says, I agree. I love the FASA and Starfleet battles Gorn ships. Yes. BJ Tehran, $2. Lon is a Gorn hot dog bun. Call it a Noonian. National Red Shirt Day. Stop George says, I like Lon. Good. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that's my thoughts on it. And I got to wonder, was one of our moderators, I think it was Olivia, wondered if Spock was wearing a Discovery pin. First of all, I'm not sure if you could. Second of all, he didn't serve on Discovery. He got rescued by Discovery. He never served as an active member of Discovery. Pike could have been wearing a Discovery pin. And according to the official record, this is not even clear, did Discovery get killed in a skirmish with the Klingons? Was not a special ship, just got destroyed in the battle? Or did it never exist? Because Spock in this episode says, yes, of course she wouldn't be in my record, when Lon talks about Burnham. Well, which is it? Did you have a sister that died in the battle, glorious battle with the Klingons, or did she never exist? That muddies the waters a lot. These Gorn had the benefits of their technology. They were not all that adept at hand-to-hand combat versus Kirk or Archer. which can still hold true. Yeah, I would buy that. I could buy that. I really could. I could also buy that the gravity on the planet that Arena takes place in is a little too heavy for the Gorn, so it's moving slower. Maybe it's the wrong temperature as well on the planet. So, sure, I'll buy it. Oh, Captain missed the live of top Stranger Worlds characters, but my number one character is the Enterprise. Mine too, usually. Trek or not, you would think that Pike, knowing his future, would change it, though. Though annoying. I have to disagree regarding Lan. But I like Drummer too. Different tastes, I guess. Yes, I just can't stand. Drummer's she's also a bitch. So there's a difference between being a strong woman and being a bitch. And that's one of the reasons I didn't like Kira. So, but that's just me. That's my opinion. And you're all welcome to it because you're here watching me. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. 121 people watching, which is a lot. Wow, awesome. 57 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Appreciate it. Ozzy throws in $2. Weave the Pike maneuver. Yes, we do have the Pike maneuver now. Good tea, nice house. $5. I can't remember such a suspenseful filler episode. Star Trek. Pike isn't all-knowing like Burnham and relies on crew impulse for solutions. Well done. Yeah, I like how Spock's like, if you go any closer to the thing, we could like destroy the ship. Good suggestion. Let's go closer to the thing. That's not what I said. That's really good. I was doing good till the mind meld. Why does every character in New Trek have to be traumatic? Past? Yeah. I know. Was that her brother? Was that her dad? The guy was creepy. He had that fucking smile every time we saw him. It's like creepy fucking bastard. I assume it's her brother because he didn't look old enough to be the father. So I don't know. I don't know if it was ever said. I missed it if I did, and I've seen it 3 times now. So Hammer doesn't like teamwork. How did he get through Starfleet and become a leader? Right? Yeah. I will not fight for Starfleet, but I'll fight for their ideals. You're gonna have to show me the math on a whiteboard for that one. But all right. Pike's empathy was super refreshing, and it seemed the science with the brown dwarf and black hole seems pretty sound. I like last week's episode the most, though. Yeah. Spock couldn't wear the pin. He wasn't an official member, let alone the ship, and its mission was classified. Yes, I know. That's what I was saying. They need to stop with the Discovery references. The show didn't exist. Taylor T, $10. Thank you so much. This was a fun episode. A few small nitpicks, but more than made up for by how great this episode was. What are your thoughts, Cap? Were you guys able to read all the pins? Not on the people, no. I did see them all when I was in Chicago because they had them all in a display case, and I believe there was a Discovery one in there. I'll have to review my pictures, but not sure who was wearing what. So. And I'm the same way. Fun episode, good episode of Star Trek. Not saying it's bad at all. It's just not one of the best ones from Strange New Worlds, in my opinion. And a few small nitpicky things. But hey. Mark Lawrence, $5. Gotta say, I'm a sucker for a platinum blonde. Decimate. Used wrong word again. Reduced by 10%. Not to 10%. Just takes me out of it every time. Off. There we go. Boom. Vance said records showed the Discovery was destroyed in the 32nd century. Okay. Yes, but those are Admiral ranked files. So it's really confusing whether it was Discovery was just a regular ship that was destroyed in a Klingon battle or if it never existed. It's just all redacted because, of course, you wouldn't see that I had a sister in my file. It was pretty fucking common knowledge back a while ago, so... Fry Minis, $2. Will next week we'll have a dry dock repair scene? Possibly. The ship was pretty banged up, so. I think the smoke orange ship looked kind of like a Tholian. Yes, absolutely did. Broken Speaker liked Drema and Kira. That's fine. I'm not saying you're not supposed to like them. I'm telling you I don't like them. I'm not asking if you like them. I'm just saying that I didn't like them. So, thank you. So, with the Gorn showing up already and possible Tholian sightings from trailers, do you think any other legacy species will show up in season 1? Yes, I would like to see like the Kzinti or I don't even know who else. There could be so many. I'm fine with any of it. Ryan thought he was creepy too. Thank you. She said it's her brother. Okay, I didn't hear that, Ozzy, but thank you. Andrew Gleason, the smaller ships and the TOS remaster ship seem to have some similarities. Not really. I mean, we did a nice look at them for our video that we recorded earlier today, and not so much, no. I was a very smart brother if he worked out what they were saying. Yeah, it was just Morse code by the looks of it. That's another fucking annoying thing. The ships are flashing. And Spock's like, why are they scanning each other? As soon as I saw what they were doing, I knew they were communicating. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist or a sci-fi or a science officer to figure that out. Like, come on, Spock. It's clear what they were doing. They weren't scanning each other. Did anyone else think that they were beamed up way too quickly? No, I was kind of glad they were. I'm like, oh, they should be beamed up now. Okay, good. They're going to be stuck on the planet. Fuck. And it's like, nope. Next line. They're back on board. It's like, good, because that never happens. Things always go wrong. Ranking the 4 episodes so far. Memento Mori is number 1. Second episode is an 8. Okay. I would put Memento Mori here at my 3rd favorite, probably. I will say the beginning of this episode was creepy with the blood trail. Yes. Good Tea, Nice House, $2. How come Hemmer's antenna don't move? Very good question. I don't know. You'd think they'd move more because he's compensating for being blind, but I don't know. I think they're going for the TOS trope where they were just like, well, they were different in TOS. They were like back here and they were like thicker, but they didn't move. I'd prefer if they moved a little bit, but yeah, I don't know why they don't move. Pumpkin Spice does a thumb down, but I don't know why, but sorry for your thumb down. Ryan K, in the beginning I thought I was going to be more horror type episode, and that part was quite well done in my opinion. Verpine, is the new character going to learn about Spock's sister every other episode? This is getting to be a pretty poor secret. Right? Yeah, I'm right there with you on that one. Stop George, less is more. That principle was in full display with this episode. It left me wanting more. Yeah, I will agree with that. Sure. Correct. All TV network sci-fi shows have continuity issues due to the nature of the business and spec scripts. Yes. And different writers and not a coherent show Bible. A lot of times is a problem too. It felt like a missed opportunity that Uhura wasn't the one who deciphered the Gorn communications. It would have been more fitting for her than her engineering field trip. Yeah, I would have. I love Trekyards. While I disagree with them at times, he's older than I am, so he's far more informed than me. I still love them. Oh, thanks, man. And no one is going to agree with everything each one of us says. I don't even agree with Samuel half the time. So that's what makes good for good discussions. So if you agree with us every step of the way, we're doing something wrong, in my opinion. Borg on the way. I will find a Tarkelian Borg in space from Enterprise. Who does a spacefaring species need to use flashes or light to communicate? What the fuck? No comms. Because they were near the gravity well of the thing. That's why communications and stuff were down. The thing that bumped the most, but that being said, then how did Lon? Yeah, it's a good question, actually. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Good call out there. Good call out, Doc. New Chapel becomes sexy of Borg. Broken speaker. In reality, it would vent in an instant. And how have a Gale Force wind and not have a Gale Force wind for a minute. Yeah. Taylor T, what what did you think of the cargo ship the people on the planet had? It did look reminiscent of the Constant whatever from Enterprise. We did a video on it. You'll see that probably this weekend. I thought it was pretty cool, actually. I really liked it. It was a good TOS design. Spock, if only my sister Burnham was here. She could correct my dyslexic self and tell me it was Morse code. While the 10C are new, the Gorn are not. We know they vocalize. Why do they not mention Spock's brother? Jonathan, I was hoping that Hammer's EV suit would have bulges on top. Yeah, like Harry Mudd did in Magic to Make the Saneth Man Go Mad episode of Discovery. Because he stole a Andorian spacesuit, so he had the little bumps on the top. Tejesh Patel, I think they're showing Uhura on rotation throughout the various departments until she finds her niche. I wonder what that'll be. No spoilers, please. I like when Hammer asks her, so what do you think your true life calling is? And she's like, I don't know. I jumped in with, when I was watching with Sylvia, to dance naked on a desert planet, or to do a fan dance naked on a desert planet. And Sylvia's like, oof, that's rough. Don't do that. I think, yeah, okay. I agree with Fleetpaw. I feel like Enterprise Andorians are just definitive version so far. Same way we feel about the TNG era Klingons' appearance. Yeah. Could Pike be taking risks he wouldn't have before, even to the point of recklessness, because he knows he can't die, yet the Enterprise can't be destroyed with him aboard? I believe so, yes. And that's one of the reasons that he didn't want to get back in command, because he says, am I being too brash? Am I being too cautious? Am I making the wrong decisions? He's always second-guessing himself as a result. So, yes. I thought the small Gorn ships were well done. The big one, yeah. Why they all got to look so damn weird. I hate being all Samuel about this, but ships ought to have recognizable elements and sections. It's pretty much exactly what he said about that ship, too. That's fucking funny. You'll see that video soon. By the way, all systems went down and Benga's daughter died. Yep, I thought that, too. Yeah, sick bay is useless. All systems are down. I was like, oh, we're just going to glaze that over. Okay, cool. Yeah. Give them props for killing that girl at the start. That was dark. Did anyone else think that the music at the end of the episode had a bit of Archer's theme mixed into it? Didn't notice, actually. The Gorn ships abounds were very unnerving, but I liked it. Jacob says, flashing light is very rare in ships communicating under comms blackout. It made sense when hunting and when comms are out. It's like Brown Dwarf, for sure. Broken Speaker, the Harry Mudd episode is still the best thing we've gotten out of New Trek. Can I interest you in a slightly used cudgel? I shouted to get your mind wiped by Nomad. In the end, Strange New Worlds is still superior Trek to Disco and Picard, in my honest opinion. Yes. Pike's recklessness reminded me a bit of Janeway, maybe even more reckless than her. Doc says the Enterprise has comms with the shuttle, the comics with the ship, form the planet, and comms with the away team. Jeff W. says more of an Iron Eagle guy myself. Iron Eagle's a great movie, don't get me wrong. Just, it's a Top Gun and Iron Eagle are both awesome, but for different reasons. Mr. Anderson, regarding Mbenga's daughter, last episode they said she would have her own independent power supply. Yes. I took a snapshot of my post-2373 Starfleet command uniform with the poppy flower being placed below and posted 2371 com badge. It's on my DeviantArt page. Don P1. Go check out Donnie's picture. Orgot 6. How many red shirts have died so far under Pike? Don't know. Someone said the Gorn ships were similar to Breen ships. Yeah, kind of. But yet not at all. Breen ships have a very definitive look. They're asymmetrical, but I wouldn't say they're that similar. If they can see the Gorn ships, why can't the Gorn see them? Because the Gorn aren't looking out the window. They were in a shuttle with big windows in front of them. That's why. And also, when they were tracking, they turned the compass into a radar to follow the waves, the distortion that the ship was making. the Gorn maybe didn't think to do that. So fidget spinner technology for the Gorn ships. Yes, Joshua, that's a great comment. Pumpkin Spice, the Gorn ship from TOS Remastered looked better than the Babylon 5 vessel this episode. SD Scout Guy, do you think we will actually see the Gorn before this season ends, or will they continue to be a faceless mystery for Strange New Worlds? Well, I think we see one. I think we saw one in the trailer, a baby Gorn, but that's probably just a flashback of Lon. So I think we will see them in some form, even if it's just a flashback or a memory from her time with them. So Hot Shots is the best out of those fighter plane movies. Good Tea, Nice House, $5. It's only a matter of time before Picard remembers Burnham through his mind meld with Sarek. I'm not a fan of disco, but the consistency would be cool. I need to have a drink. I'm really getting parched. I thought about when Uhura said, "Put Mr. Adventure in a closet and search for Spock." Show me a visual of the cargo bay. How many previous versions of Star Trek would such a thing have helped so much? But you see the cargo bay in the fucking motion picture. Dude, there's the shuttle bay. Back here, there's the shuttle bay. So there's the shuttle deck, and then when the shuttle deck ends, it actually drops down, and then there's like, you can see cargo bay doors underneath the shuttle bay. And all around, there's actually cargo like stacked up. So they have shown it. Even in Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise, they show it. Consinti would be nice. I think a planned season 5 of Enterprise had an episode and even had a Consinti ship, drawing or graphic, but looked like Star Trek battle designs. I hope they dig up that script. 1,000 times better than any Discovery episode. Yeah. Sorry, I just gotta take this fucking thing off. I've had it on all day. My arm's killing me though. But I needed that pressure on my arm because it puts pressure on the tendons, so I can actually like pick things up. Otherwise, it hurts. So I apologize for having to take that off, but it's been on all day and it's starting to bother me now. Maybe the spinning of the Gorn ships made them sick. So dizzy they couldn't see out the big view screen they must have. Joseph Fleming says Drummer and Kira and Lon are great characters. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I'm glad that some people like them. I'm glad that people. That's the point of having a character like that. I just don't like them. I don't like that kind of attitude on anybody. So sorry. I like the Remembrance Memorial segment. Wonder if it was a coincidence for this weekend. RG Markel. Oh my God, yes. I love you for saying that to SC Scout Guy. What did he say? The Gorn ships look like the Chig fighters from Space Above and Beyond. Yeah, Samuel said that too. Samuel said that when we were talking about the ships in our video. Are the Gorn related to the Saurians, those aliens that make brandy? Probably not, no. John McWhat. I know there's at least one beta canon source that says the Gorn are made up of multiple reptilian species. I do wonder if that may happen here, since Strange New Worlds has pulled other beta stuff. That'd be fine with me. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I meant to say from the bridge requesting to see a specific part of the ship would have been helped in many situations where they have been boarded or the crew. Oh, yes, absolutely. I thought the same thing. And why, after they get out of the thing, all the displays at the back fire up and show me cargo bay. Seriously. But yes, you're right, Jonathan. It would be helpful in many situations. Pumpkin Spice, what happened to your arm? Nothing. I have like tendicitis or something. Tennis elbow as well. It flares up every once in a while, and it just gets to the point where I can't really lift anything heavy with this arm because it's just shooting pain. It's from the tendons. I got that thing that puts pressure on the tendons so I can actually, now it's, yeah, it's just been acting up. You'll notice me wearing it occasionally. I don't wear it that often, but the odd video here and there I'll have it. The Gorn being related to that species of dinosaurs that left Earth would be interesting, no? The Voth, yeah. No, I don't think it would be interesting at all, actually. Sci-Fi Nation, buzz. Okay, I don't know why you're buzzing, but thank you. Sareka Vulcan just got here. How was Maverick? It's good. I'll be doing a video about it. I'm not sure quite how I feel about it yet. It's good, for sure. But I'll do a video talking about it. I don't want to get into it here, but it wasn't quite what I expected, but I didn't know what to expect, honestly, so. The Gorn ship left very quickly, not even a scan. I know. They're like, oh man, they're dead. Let's just go. Gotta catch that sail at, I don't know, Bugs R Us or wherever they're going. I don't know. I like Commander Shelby for two big reasons. Fuck me. Pumpkin Spice, that's funny. That's funny because when I was a kid, when that episode first came on and part 2 of Best of Both Worlds was over and she left the ship and Picard was back and, you know, it was always assumed that, oh my God, Picard's going to be written off the show. Riker's going to be captain of the Enterprise. He's going to need a new first officer. It's going to be Shelby. That's what a lot of people thought. That's what I thought as a kid. And I was like 16, 17 at that point. So I remember saying to my brothers, oh man, I'm going to miss her bouncy presence on the bridge. Because that's just my sense of humor. Hit like, guys. We're at 97 likes. We need 3 more to get to 100. I wonder if there was a Gorn species with a frilled lizard feature. Also, one of my favorite dinosaurs, Dilophosaurus. Yes. Fleet Pa says, so far, besides Pike, who do you think is the best out of the ensemble? Depends. I mean, what are you talking about? Just personality-wise, or like person-wise? Because I would say Chapel or Ortega's. I like them. And Uhura, she's all right. But as for acting, probably Lon would be one of the best for sure. Better than number 1 in my opinion. Lon she's a great actress. So I don't know what you mean specifically, but there you go. There's my answers. Stop, George. Pike's reaction at the end after confirming Uhura and Hemmer were okay was great. It gave me the feels for the first time since New Trek began. We have characters we care about again. Yay. Yes. He knew he wasn't going to die, but he was worried about everybody else, and that's awesome. Commander Shelby has the worst haircut ever. Pumpkin Spice. Oh, my sister had a thing like that for her knee back in 1991. JB, I honestly thought the clicking noise was going to reveal that Lana was actually abducted by those creatures from TNG, the episode Schisms, that lived in subspace that were experimenting on the crew. Yeah, it sounded like it. It's not how the Gorn sound, I don't think, but hey, whatever. I don't think Vulcans could give information through a mind meld unless they voluntarily gave it. Maybe a Freudian slip about him being in love with his sister? No, he's half human. He doesn't have full control over his mind meld abilities. That would be my guess. Plus, he's newer to it. He's a younger Spock. By TOS, he's got those kind of barriers shored up a little bit when he mind melds with people. Character with the most development acting, you can feel a connection of some sort to. Most development and acting, besides Pike, would be Lon. Easy answer. And we all know I don't like Lon, so, but it's just the truth. I know, right? Her bus line was mesmerizing. Oh. Several episodes where some of the Vulcans' minds end up getting leaked. Pretty sure mind meld is a two-way street. It can be. People in control can stop that a bit. But even Picard said, you know, he got some of me in his during the mind meld, and I got some of him in return. So, General Grievous. So if the Gorn use Lon's family as birthing sacks, does that make her siblings with a clutch of Gorn out there? Oh, maybe. SC Scout Guy, I thought it was a little weird that the colonist transport ship was not in the Enterprise database. Maybe, yeah, kind of is. In Enterprise, Hoshi had memories from her mind meld with T'Pol, which were not her own memories. Mind melds are definitely two-way. Our minds are merging. Our minds are becoming one. Spock is young and inexperienced too, and it's Remembrance Day, so he may have been in his own feelings about Michael and let slip. Pumpkin Spice wasn't looking at her hair, but Ortega's and Washington on Discovery. Women, please don't shave your heads. Thank you. Jaws, is this show too canon breaking for you, Captain Foley? I can understand why that would make you see this as your least favorite, along with your hate for Lon. Maybe you should just kill her off. I don't hate the character, I just don't like that kind of personality. Is it too canon breaking for me to enjoy? No. This is some of the best new Star Trek we got. It's definitely some of the best live action Trek we've got. Where the fuck is that coming from? I like the show. I think it's great. This episode was fantastic, but it's not my favorite out of the 4 that we've seen so far of Strange New Worlds. So, what? Pumpkin Spice, exactly. The Schisms aliens made that clicking sound, not the Gorn. Fleet Power, not always, Ryan K. The experienced melder can dictate what exactly is shared and what isn't. Depends who's receiving, too. If they know more about mind melds than they let on, they can maybe sneak in and get some information as well. So, hey, Cap, thank you for all the help and the plug you gave me for my GoFundMe. Oh, yeah, no problem. I was on a live a little while ago. I also posted the link in the description. So go help him with his GoFundMe. He's got to get a new computer for school. Jadak. If you want to send the link to one of our chats, Fleetpaw can copy the link and post the link in the chat. So then people can go look at your GoFundMe, see if they want to help you get a new computer, because he's a 3D modeler, he's doing a really good job, and he's going to go to university for it, and his computer died, so he needs help getting a new computer or parts for a new computer. So if anybody wants to help, I'm sure Fleetpod will post a link momentarily. Oh, his computer's back up and running. He's ready for Monday. Never mind. Mr. Anderson, so far the only canon breaking the Strange New Worlds has done, in my opinion, is its visuals, and I'm okay with that. Certainly better visuals than Discovery had in the same time period. Yes. And the Lon Nooney and Singh thing and Spock not mentioning that during Space Seed, small little things like that, but there's probably an explanation for that we haven't gotten yet, that they're leading up to. Maybe I missed it at the top, but did you give any thoughts about the shields being unavailable while the umbilical was in use? I didn't. Definitely a design flaw. I thought by this point they can't extend their shields around something, because every time they get a shield hit, it's very close to the hull. It's not the shield bubble. And it's funny, Pike's like, yeah, put up the shields. You can't, we're attached to the other ship. Oh yeah, I'm the captain, I should know that. Shit. It's kind of that look that he had on his face. Do you think the damage to the Enterprise will have consequences in the next episode, maybe in change to the ship? No, I don't. Ortega's muttering, dive, made me giggle. I'm a big fan of her so far. I am too. I think she's great. And yeah, it added to the submarine type vibe. Even dropping the torpedo out like a bomb. This whole episode, just being blind, using the sonar or the radar to see the incoming ships, had a very submarine vibe to it. As soon as I get it. Well, he says his computer's back up and running, so he said he said not to worry about it, so there you go. But Jacob Tinkernell, gotta drop gotta drop. I'll miss tomorrow's live, but I'll watch the video tomorrow and on the weekend. Keep up. Okay, keep it up, Thank you, Jacob. See ya. My understanding of it was it always went both ways. Might have to rewatch some episodes. Can tractor beams work with shields up? My understanding is yes. I would assume that the shields, you'd have the tractor beam emitter, the shields would like meet up to it, and then it would, or because it's a tractor beam, it uses the same sort of technology as shields. I don't know. That's a very good question, actually. That would require some research. Good question. My first thought about the torpedo as a bomb, depth charge. Yes. Only depth charges go off at a certain depth. That was just dropped on to hit. So it's a little different. More like a bomb. DFH Studios. Look at this guy. No, look at you. You're good. I can't do the impressions like you can. And Fleet Paw back down. It's fine. DFH is my friend. He is a good guy. You guys should go check him out on Twitter. Check him out on YouTube. Talented guy. Amazing friend of mine. And thank you for stopping by, man. I won't draw too much attention to you. I'll move on now. But thank you for joining me. Much appreciated. Suggestion for next week's live next week. Review DS9 Starship Down for comparison. And we don't have time for that, so no. Next week's very busy, and next week's schedule is going to be all fucked for lives because I'm gone from Thursday to Monday. So I don't know. I won't be doing this late night live on Thursday. It'll have to be at some other point for the next episode. I don't know when it's happening yet, so. These are people lighting up. Is it armed? Matthew Mahler. Couldn't they have not raised the shields in the area that was attached? If raised forward shield. Yeah, you'd think, yeah. They very, very oversimplified those shields, I think. Why can't I say DFH Studios? Anyway, you are king, Captain. Thank you, sir. Glad to see you online. I always miss your shows. Don't miss my shows. Speaking of, I gotta have you guys over, you and Shannon. Sit out in the back, have some drinks and hang out. Maybe have a fire. Visit with Sylvia and I. That'd be awesome. Not the nice weather's here, so we should make it happen. RG Markel. I see they use the torpedo as a proximity mine. Yeah, proximity mine's closer than a depth charge for sure. Do you think the production team will course correct the other shows to tap into the Success of Strange New Worlds? In your opinion, is the episodic form the greatest strength of the series? Yes. It absolutely 100% is the greatest strength of the series. 100%. Yes. Will the other shows adapt to it? Picard's already done filming for season 3, so probably not. Discovery could learn a lesson or two. If you don't want to do episodic, do small arcs like season 4 of Enterprise, where you got like a 2-parter or a 3-parter, maybe even a 4-parter, and then you move on to another story instead of dragging a fucking awful story over 10 episodes. Tajesh Patel, I loved how they wrote up the ratcheting of tension every time the crew thought they solved things. It was so well written. Yeah. I also hated how Juan is like, Starfleet says that you can make friends with anybody, but some things are pure evil. It's like, no. My mind immediately when she said that went to World War II, where the Japanese in America, the Japanese were portrayed as evil and there's nothing we have in common with them. It's just propaganda. So I hated that she said that. That really just, you're not winning any points with Milan. You won a few from 1 or 2 other episodes, but you just lost them all with that because that's just bullshit. I get it, you're angry, they killed your family, blah, da, 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 da. But I wish somebody would have said something or spoken up at that point, because everybody's like, well, sucks to hear that. Anyway, moving on. Stuart, in your opinion, do you think Memento Mori will be remembered as fondly in years to come as Balance of Terror is today, seeing as it definitely was inspired by the TOS episode? No, it absolutely will not. I don't know why. It just doesn't feel like it has the substance to it. And that's the other thing with Balance of Terror. You actually got to know the Romulan commander. You got to see things from his side. And then there was a face-to-face at the end, and the honor and respect. This just has nothing. It's just like, ship in a void. Even the Wrath of Khan that had the Mutara Nebula had like the respect of, not really respect, but the Khan and Kirk element. This one's lacking that, so it feels very generic. Like it's almost like, who cares? So that's my thought. But anyway. The Gorn looks scary, but they were aliens that could have a different perspective. But here they are terrible human-eating monsters. DFH Studio says, make it so. We will. Just finished watching the episode. They nailed it. Even though I'll be studying as of next week, I'll always make time for Trekyards. You guys are my medicine. Oh, man. I just hope we're a medicine you don't take rectally. Backyard fire weather season. Do you have a grill? Look at me. Do you think I have a grill? Of course I have a grill. Enterprise Season 4 was some of the best Trek of the franchise, yes. With small mini arcs. Not necessarily episodic, but close enough. Personally, I think seeing the Gorn was this violent contextualizes Kirk's acts of mercy and makes it that much more impressive. Yes, well, that's true, actually. That makes Kirk look, this episode that makes Kirk look a lot better because of that. So, yes. I love that Lon said that. Some things are pure evil. You cannot make friends with the Gorn, because it was a beautiful parallel to Arena where Kirk took the polar opposite viewpoint and won. Okay, if you look at it that way, sure. I also loved how Lon said they inspire a revulsion in us. And Kirk says the same thing in Arena. The reptilian, most humans are repelled or whatever for reptilians. So that was great. Can we say that Lon is an augment or just descended from augments? I think she's just descended from augments. I really don't know. They haven't clarified that, so. Is Pike going up in your captain's list? Yes, he is. All the time. In defense of Lon, if aliens landed and used my family as baby formula, I might think that they were pure evil. Problem I have with Strange New World using Gorn is that they can resolve conflict due to TOS episode. Yes. Memento Mori did not have the dualistic tension between the commanders that Balance of Terror did, which is why it was so good. That's why it was not as good. Yes, that's what I was kind of saying. So how has this episode affected your top 10? Characters? It bumped Lon off the list. She's now number 11. Admiral Pike can move up to, not Admiral Pike, Admiral April can move up to number 10 slot. Let me guess, your high from top was pretty great. Have a great night, Captain. Gotta start my shift. May the Force be with ya. May the Force be with you as well. I think not putting a face on the Gorn this week dealt a blow to the gravitas that this episode could have had. I won't disagree. One small but loving detail in this episode caught Ethan Peck pronouncing sensors the way Nemor would have in one scene. Sadly, it didn't stick when he said sensors a second time, but fun detail. I did not notice that. I'll have to listen for that. Do we get any changes to Enterprise next episode due to all the damages it took this week? I'll bet you no. I meant to say no. I'll bet you. Was it a torpedo they dropped or a Tron prod racer? It definitely looked Tron-like. Captain, you're a great help to end a rough week. Thank you. Thank you, Soraka Vulcan. May you live long and prosper. So after the scene, the viciousness of the Gorn, how did Lorca get one of his trophy room in season 1 of Disco? Dun dun dun. Good question. Nimoy had a Bostonian accent, but it sounds like Peck has a Canadian accent. Is it me? I don't think he's Canadian, is he? I don't know if Peck is Canadian or not. I caught that Top Gun simulator post before it was deleted. My God, I laughed so hard when you first crashed. Not at all. Not at Captain Foley, as I would probably do the same, but the dynamic lead up felt so real. Yeah, that's Ace Combat 7. I love it in VR. I haven't played it for like a year though, so I forgot the control, and I hit the wrong thing, and it's like, oh fuck. So yeah, but then the reason that stream ended, my power went out. So I was wearing VR headset, about to start a new mission. The power in the house goes out for like half an hour. Actually, the power in the whole street went out for half an hour. So I said, fuck it. I just deleted it because it wasn't a good send off or anything. So. Yeah, General Grievous. Bond has an ironic take on the Gorn. Given her ancestry, some could say that augments were pure evil. Exactly. Peck is from LA. He studied acting in New York. He's, if anything, his Spock has a slightly Brooklyn accent. Ethan Peck is born in Los Angeles. Okay. So Ethan or Zachary, who is a better Spock? Ethan. Zachary's not a good Spock. Zachary's like a fucking parody caricature of Spock. He's like a Funko Pop. He's like a bobblehead. What are you looking at, Dot? Coming in here? Oh, you're gonna walk away. Okay. Then don't bug me. Nathan Peck is the grandson of Gregory Peck, who is from Southern California. Yes. I swear to God, I will hit you with my ring hand. Ow, that hurt my arm. Fuck. Ow. I don't want to put that brace back on, though, but... Oh. I'm back. Internet restart. Welcome back, Jeff. Well, in my opinion, the Jedi are evil. Exactly. Jay Carson, why are you whispering? Because you're a idiot, apparently? Who has cum in his ear? I don't know. Why can't you hear me? Zachary is an emo Spock, not a good Spock at all. Not a slight against the actor, but he was miscast. Ethan is definitely far better in the role. Amen. John McWhat. I know he wasn't the focus, but I think this was the best Spock Strange New Worlds episode so far. I won't disagree there. That's pretty accurate. George Mangrum, just getting here, so forgive me if this has been discussed, but will you guys be zooming in on all the memorial pins? Probably not. I saw them all in Chicago. They had a display of them, but I don't know who's wearing what, and I don't think the quality of the video is enough that you can actually see them. We'll maybe try to see, but... Price. That episode was awesome. Disappointed that they seemed to have only one torpedo bay. The Defiant Connie in the Mirror Universe Darkly had rear torpedo tubes. Maybe that was a future upgrade. Nice to see the torpedo tube. Yes, the Enterprise never had rear-facing torpedo tubes, ever. So, yes, it was one of the newer upgrades to some of the other Connies. Quinto didn't have a good Spock voice. That is that too, yes. Zachary went way down on my list after that Khan scream. Yes. But Carl Urban is an excellent McCoy. Yes. Jeff W., the thing with the pin reminded me of the Seinfeld episode with Ribbon and Kramer. Zachary Spock suffered from bad writing. Logical to psycho in 5 seconds. JB, I think they are planning for Lon to grow as a character. I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss her off of a favorite character list. Look, she's already grown a lot, and she's already, as I said, besides Pike, one of the best developed and engaging character actors or whatever. So I like her, but I don't like her. I don't like her character, but I like the actor and I like the representation of that character that she's doing. Her portrayal is fantastic. So that's where I sit with that. Do we know ships other than Disco that Pike has served on? I don't know offhand, no. Because you're an idiot with cum in your ear, laughing my ass off. I almost choked to death laughing. I aim to please. I'm here every Thursday night except for next week. I'm here all week, guys. She's just a little racist and traumatized. Yeah, well, she better smarten the fuck up because she wouldn't be serving on my crew with that attitude. Good team, nice house. Remember all that hate towards then unknown Ethan Peck? Interesting how when you give things time, they grow on you. Like, yeah, like, oh, I don't know. Robert Pattinson as Batman. He's actually really good. Um, what's his name? The other Batman. I can't think of his name from the Justice League movie. Anyway, got a lot of hate. So did Michael Keaton, actually, back in the day. Ben Affleck, that's it. Thank you. Thank you, Verpin. Yeah, they all get like, oh, that's a bad casting. Well, it's not, though. Give them, obviously got casted for a reason. Let's wait and see them on screen before we start bitching and whining and complaining about it. I think Lana's a bit like Stamets. You hate them at first, but over time they become a better character. No. I liked Stamets from episode 1. Well, he was only in episode, he started in episode 3 of Discovery. I liked Stamets since the first time I saw him, and he got progressively worse. Like his character in season 1, that gruff kind of asshole attitude, loved that. I thought he was a great character. And then he gets like, friendly. And it's like, okay, now you're just like everybody else. So, shit. So, no, I kind of disagree there. But I think they're planning on Artigas to grow as well. That look of annoyance Pike gave her when she did the whole, so do you want us to fly into a giant brown death cloud? Got it. Told volumes. And he's like, watch yourself, woman. O'Brien clearly had some racism issues due to his combat experience, too. Seems like Starfleet never quite gets a handle on the problems for every single officer. Being a descendant of Khan and everything she went through, she bound to have some anger issues, yes. So, Cap, do you prefer these Gorn ships to the Okuda destroyer from TOS Remastered? Fuck no. These ones are just, I don't like these ones. Not at all. Like I said before, Remastered did it better. So did FASA, so did Starfleet Battles, and so did Starfleet Command Volume 3. They all did Gorn ships better than these ones. So, Stuart, did you see the trailer for the new Willow series? Yes, I did. Today. Yeah, Ortega's is annoying as hell. Hopefully there's a reason for it. Hopefully it wasn't terribly placed attempt at being snarky. I don't think she's annoying as hell. Wish that the Gorn ship looked a bit more like the TOS remastered version, even in just in shape, silhouette. Also, Land got people killed by staying in that tube, gawking out the window, but I can understand why. Bryce, I agree with you. I love Ortega's too. PJ Turan, I thought Ben Affleck was a great Batman. The film was just bad. When he and Goldie had on screen was happy. The rest of Superman was Batman. I wanted to see them all day. No, I thought Ben Affleck was great too, but when he was cast, everybody's like, "Oh my god, you're like an awful Batman." And then he came, everybody saw him as Batman. They're like, "Wow, he's a pretty good Batman. I'd like to see a Batman solo film with him." Una is the new Miles Must Suffer. Mark Henson, these are very different and alien-looking Gorn ships. Yes. Batfleck was a good, older, more jaded Bruce Batman. I don't get the hate, honestly. I don't either. Mark Lawrence, $5. So, what was up with the Tron torpedo? Starfleet be pimpin', man. That's an awesome looking torpedo. Are we going to get a Top Gun review video? Yes, you are. Don't know when. You want it right now? Highway to the danger zone. There you go. This is pretty good. Yeah, you will. I don't know when. I might do one tomorrow night. I might do one on the weekend. I might do one next week. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I got a super busy week next week. But yes, I do definitely want to talk about it, especially when Matt Boardman is here because he worked on it. So, yeah. Ortega's constantly interrupts everyone on the bridge while talking. Even Spot gave her a look and kept talking after she was really... Yeah, so... Mr. Anderson, the Tron torpedo. Maybe why they had blue blobs of death photons in TOS. The Tron torpedo had the same blue color. It's good. Bryce says, I thought that Ben Affleck would make a bad Batman, and he was great. So make me willing to give Pattinson a chance. Pattinson did really good, I thought. There are rumors Affleck has been offered $30 million for a new Batman project. I hope he takes it. Moment of silence for Ray Liotta passing. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta. I would pour some out for my homie, but that would ruin my carpet. So, moment of silence. Here you go. Are we done? Okay. Fleet Pass says, you and Matt should do a review together. Just a thought. Yeah, I thought that as well. I would love to have a conversation with him about it for sure. Like I said at the beginning of this, it's basically, I don't know if anybody out there has played Ace Combat, but it's Ace Combat, the movie. Once you see the movie, you'll understand why. War God 6, wouldn't the ship's gravity prevent the torpedo drop unless they turned off gravity to that part of the ship? Maybe there's no gravity in the tubes. I don't know. Mark Lawrence has a Foley class ship causing an explosion. Awesome. SC Scout Guy, Ortegas just seems like the character is trying too hard to be the cool, obnoxious kid. She's not, though. Usually I would find a character like that obnoxious, but she's kind of endearing. I would love to have her on my bridge. Didn't think I'd be saying that about her character. She's one that I thought I wouldn't like. I think she's great. So there's that. Ray Liotta did remind me of the late Jeffrey Hunter. If they're orbiting a brown dwarf star, that gravity would be more than ample to pull the torpedo of the tube of a starship. I think they actually mentioned that. That's what drops the thing into this other ship. So yeah, sure. Security Chief Log. I've never trusted Gorn, and I never will. I'll never be able to forgive them for eating my brother. Yeah, just notice every time Ortega interrupts people while they're talking to insert a snarky comment, she interrupts everyone. Okay. And? Doesn't bother me. I love Ortega's, warts and all. She's the cocky, brash pilot, kind of like Tom Paris, but I think more likable. Yeah. Changing Worlds has rapidly become my favorite Trek, replacing DS9 and Enterprise. Favorite characters are Ortegas and Lon. LOL, need to talk Gorn ships. And why no external shot of the Galileo? There was. After they find out that the light is communication, you see the two ships and then you see the little shuttle go up beside, and it tells the other ship that humans boarded this ship and gets all blown up. So you did see it. Eric Martin, $5. Evening Cap, doing my best to stay awake here. What, do you need to stay awake, or are you just staying awake to watch the live? Because if you're just staying awake to watch the live, go to fucking sleep. Yeah. Good to see you, Eric. Hope you're well. Hope work isn't too busy. And we'll have to get together soon. Just saying. Sir Dork says, my 2-year-old keeps waving at you and saying hi. He thinks this is a video call. Although we definitely have a young Tricky here. What's his name? What's your 2-year-old's name? Tell me his name. Hello. Hi. How you doing? Do you like Star Trek? I think your daddy likes Star Trek. Flynn. Hi, Flynn. How you doing? Like Errol Flynn? Do you know who Errol Flynn is? Sword fight? Hi, Flynn. How's it going? And we were just talking about Tron, ironically enough. That's kind of funny. Go to Flynn's Arcade. But hi, Flynn. How's it going? I'm Captain Foley. Your dad's pretty cool. Just saying. You like what he likes, and you'll do good. Yeah. You got a huge smile out of him. Good. 20 minutes till Obi-Wan. Let's go. What happened to Lieutenant Kirk in this episode? I don't know. I was wondering that very same thing. This episode and the last episode. I have issues with the Enterprise maneuverability. She should not roll like an escort. That's why the neon lights on the torpedo casing. Okay. The guy who trained Flynn in Robin Hood also trained George Takei in Star Trek. How far we've come since the days of vacuous turbo shafts. Eric says Lon needs to let her hair down. I love Chapel's sense of humor. I love Chapel's sense of everything. And Lon does need to let her hair down. I think so. She's a little too tight, both literally and figuratively. She needs to chill. Did anyone notice the UFP flag draped over the caskets did not have the Discovery Delta on them? True. Didn't have this split down the middle. Didn't notice Kirk wasn't there till you just mentioned it. Fart Muffin, I will take a Tron torpedo over a stupid turbo-lift roller coaster. Hell yeah. Van Gallus also died this month. Who the hell is Van Gallus? Are you going to analyze the opening shots of the rear of the Enterprise versus TOS? The opening shots of the rear. Like of the, because the first shot is kind of like the impulse engine, the saucer, and the inside warp grill of the one. We've already done a lot of comparisons videos like that. So, no, not specifically. We do look at the bottom where the cargo bay door is on the cutout. That's in a video coming up, so. This is Jericho. How did Chapel manage to keep her uniform so clean? I don't know. I volunteer to make her dirty. Her. John McWhat. Were you ever worried about Hammer dying? We know Uhura is safe, but I have to admit, I actually did feel like he might have killed off. No, I wasn't concerned about that. Vangelis. Don't know who that is. Vangelis is the composer of Blade Runner. Does he have a from first name? Or is he like the artist formerly known as Prince? By the way, I like the interaction between Uhura and Hammer this episode. It was pretty good, yeah. LOL, they don't sound like that anymore, Cap. They cluck now, like a raptor from Jurassic Park. Yes. Speaking of rear shots, Enterprise manages to keep their shuttle bay closed while it's not in use, unlike some ships I could mention, but won't. Lon is the drummer from The Expanse, down to the eyeliner and accent. Yes, and it's fucking irritating. I was scared Hammer might break his neck from all that intentional, unintentional slipping they kept doing on the highly waxed cargo bay floor. SC Scout Guy. Fuck, my hammer's sore. I wonder what the function is of the vertical stabilizer looking things on the rear of the saucer. There is no fucking function. That is the stupidest fucking addition to that ship. Get rid of those and I'd be a lot happier. They were on the Shenzhou. They're on a lot of the Discovery designs. So that's why they're there. It is dumb. I wonder what the function... Oh, I read that one. I just answered that one. Chapel's uniform won't make her look bad by getting all bloody. Vangelis was a space music or new age music artist. Did the soundtrack for the original Cosmos for Carl Sagan and Jeter. Cool. Also famous for a song Chariots of Fire that is used in some... Oh, I know Chariots of Fire. Okay, let's just say that from the beginning then. Jeff has a thing for Lon Nini and Singh. Well, you can have her. I won't fight you over her. I'm not interested. Guess the episode will be about Ortega's, given we already have an episode for each other. Yeah, I think the next one might be the fairy tale one where they're all like dressed up, and I can see that being Ortega's episode for some reason. So how can Discovery take on fleets of ships? Ships hundreds of more years advanced, but Enterprise gets whooped on every day. Because Discovery. Nah, it's a Spock episode next week. Well, that sucks. Ugh. Spock episode? I don't want a Spock episode. Love this thing. I love the look of this. This is just so cool. Guys, I'm exhausted. I think I might call this one, cut it short. In conclusion, I like this episode. It's a fantastic episode of Star Trek. It's great. Strange New Worlds is really good. That being said, it's not my favorite episode from this season of Strange New Worlds. It's probably number 3 on my list, which is odd considering it's mainly ship-based kind of thing. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I stand with that. If you guys are interested to see more, I would say tune into our reaction review or a review tomorrow afternoon, our edited one, and tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be our live review of this episode, where we break it down and just discuss everything. So if you guys are interested, check those out. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're watching this after the fact and you want to help out the channel and you couldn't super chat because you weren't live, there is something called a super thanks down there right now, which is available for all videos that aren't live, and you can donate that way. So that would be very helpful as well if you guys want to. But and next week's schedule is going to be all wacky because I have to go to Wonderfest, and it's really bad timing because I leave on Thursday morning, and that's when the new episode is out. That's when I do these live reviews, first reaction reviews late at night. Might I do one from Wonderfest? Possibly, but probably not. And I'm there from Thursday till Monday. Around supper time. So basically I'll be back. You'll see me Wednesday and Tuesday. So I don't know what the schedule is going to be like for lives next week. So hopefully it's a shit episode because I really don't care to film from Wonderfest, but we'll see. I will be doing some Wonderfest live videos though, and I'll probably try to do a captain's log from Wonderfest as well for you guys when I get back. But as for doing a live review from Wonderfest for 2 hours, not really my thing. Plus, I gotta download the episode and get the screen caps, and it's just a whole bunch of work. And I know that the Wi-Fi in the hotel isn't the super best, so next week's gonna be sketchy. But thank you for joining me this week at least, and please join us tomorrow. And we got a lot of little breakdown videos from this episode, so you're gonna see content from us all weekend and most of next week. So on that note, I think I'm going to call it quits tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a good night, and I'll catch you later. Dismissed, everybody.